sin, no sin. Call it meditation when we both unravel within. Feel the calm before the storm as is my tongue on your skin. In between your breathing, I can hit the drop of a pin.
Today we're touring an apartment in the iconic No. 1 Lacey development. Some stats on the apartment: it's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car garage, and it's currently listed with CBRE residential for $3 million. If you're interested in having a look through this apartment, make sure you get in contact with Caroline from CBRE. We'll leave her details in the comments section down below. As we enter into the apartment, the first thing that strikes you is the sheer scale of this space. I mean, these warehouse apartments are typically a lot bigger than your cookie cutter apartments that you find these days. But what they've done here is they've made a really great effort to retain a lot of the original features of the warehouse, but also to incorporate it in such a grand scale. I mean, right behind me, you've got this beautiful brick feature wall. Above that, you've got some of the original timber beams. And the other thing to note is just the 3-meter ceilings. They're enormous. They don't make them this high anymore. The height of the ceiling in this apartment is 3 meters in this section. And they left it 3 meters rather than bringing it lower, which they could have done if they wanted to run modern lighting. But instead they left it high so you could get that extra volume in the space. Instead, what they did was they ran the lighting in these pelmets above the kitchen and also these wall sconces you see positioned around the edge of the room. Now moving over into the kitchen space, you've got a beautiful big open plan kitchen that flows all the way through to the rest of the room. Island bench in the middle, set in Caesar stone. You've got French provincial style tapware over this double stainless steel sink. And then pushing over to the back here, you've got a beautiful Franke cooktop with a wok burner as well. This is a really great appliance. These guys have been around since 1911, which is similar to the age of the building, funny enough. That comes out of Switzerland, really top quality. Below that, we have a Neff steam oven. And you'll see it's got this cool feature where you can open the door up, grab your items out of the oven. You don't need to worry about the door being in the way. And then when you're done with it, pull it back up, away it goes. The other things to note in this space is the integrated fridge and freezer combination here from Fisher & Paykel. The Fisher & Paykel integrated fridge sits beautifully in the cabinetry here. You'll notice on the front we have Buster and Punch door hardware. This is really top quality door hardware, and you'll notice that the pendant lights you see above the island over here are also from those guys. The other things to note here is the wall paneling. You'll notice this throughout the apartment. There's some in the bedrooms, there's some in the kitchen and also in the pantry, which we're about to check out. And that gives it a bit more of a classical vibe in line with that sort of Parisian theme. If you follow me now into this space, this is something you don't find in an apartment, really ever, unless it's like an enormous apartment. And what it basically is a combination laundry. So you've got your sink and your cabinetry down the end, your machinery, but further back up towards your kitchen, you've got extra wardrobe space. The main feature, in my opinion though, is this Liebherr wine fridge. Dual zone, 80 bottles, stores plenty of wine in there, keeps it nice and cool, separate temperatures if necessary. And then just the rest of this area just has a ton of space. So it's a really good feature that you wouldn't normally find in an apartment, especially in a 2-bedroom apartment. Maybe you'd see something like that in a penthouse, but not in something like this typically. Now, moving back down through the living space, we'll head into the first bedroom. And again, the first thing you'll probably notice is just how massive this room is. It really is one of the biggest bedrooms I've seen in an apartment. I think it measures about 5 meters by 5 meters, same as the living room. And it has these floor to ceiling sheer curtains which hide these enormous timber sash windows. This is one of the most incredible features you find in warehouse style apartments. The original timber windows, I mean, look how much light they let in. The other cool thing about this is it comes with a remote. So if you do want to block out that light for a nice deep sleep, you just push a button and they head down like that. Another thing you'll notice in this bedroom is it continues that theme of the wall paneling behind the bed head. And above that, you have a pelmet which carries an LED light strip, which helps illuminate the room. Over here, you've got built-in wardrobes along this entire side of the room. And you've also got a remote ceiling fan up on the ceiling. By the way, the whole apartment includes ducted air conditioning, so at the touch of the button, it's nice and cool in here. Okay. Now, coming back out of that first bedroom, if we push across the hallway here, we come into the first bathroom. Now, you'll notice straight away that we've got this white subway tile which goes floor to ceiling. That's a feature you'll see in this bathroom as well as the bathroom downstairs. We've got the terrazzo tiling on the floor, frameless glass shower screen. We've also got that provincial style shower head over behind me here, the exhaust fans above that. One of the main features in this bathroom though is this beautiful vanity which sits against this big slab of marble. Now this marble, they've managed to carry the vein across the angle from the backsplash onto the benchtop, and it's sat below this mirrored wall cabinet. I think that's a really cool feature they've been able to bring into the bathroom. Now back out of the bathroom, we're going to push down to the lower level of the apartment now. So you can follow me down here. We've got this beautiful curved staircase. It really adds a nice touch of elegance to the staircase. And it's quite a big staircase. We have really high ceilings in this apartment, so we've got to go all the way down 3.2 meters to get to this next level. So as we come down onto this ground level of the apartment, the first thing we'll do is swing to the left and we'll enter into this bathroom, which again, the scale of this place is just massive. This bathroom is probably the size of a normal bedroom. It's got a huge, big freestanding bathtub on one wall. Behind that, we've got the shower. Same tapware as above in that French provincial style. Over on one wall, you've got the toilet. You've got a heated towel rail here to keep your towels nice and toasty. Actually, it's on right now and it is actually pretty toasty. And then, yeah, behind you, you've got the same vanity as we do upstairs. Beautiful piece of marble, that same vein flowing from the backsplash up onto the top, below that mirrored cabinet. And that's pretty much it for this bathroom. So coming out of that second bathroom now, I'm heading into the second bedroom, although some might even consider this the main bedroom because it is on a level entirely on its own with the bathroom. And so you can have all of your living and entertaining upstairs, and then downstairs you have your more private quarters. We have another massive bedroom here regardless. Same size as upstairs, it's about 5 meters by 5 meters, and it has very similar features as the room upstairs did, with the paneling on the rear wall, the pelmet lighting with the LED strip. That's all done on a dimmer, so you can take that down a little bit for a more relaxed vibe. It has the same ceiling fan and the exposed brickwork, I should say, on the wall here. The other thing I didn't mention upstairs was we still do have these exposed sprinkler fittings on the ceiling, and I think that's a really cool feature they decided to keep because it brings back that whole warehouse vibe. So that's a really awesome feature in this room and the apartment throughout. Same thing here, sheer curtains, massive big timber sash windows, letting all that natural light flood in, and then also these massive velvet curtains. They kind of fit in with the Parisian vibe of the apartment. You've actually got quite literally artworks, depictions of Paris. And you can see there's some people there, looks like a horse and cart, a couple of classic buildings. These are a really good touch, and I think something that any owner that buys this place would absolutely love to have. Another amazing feature of this property is this European oak timber herringbone flooring, which features throughout the living areas, but also in both of the bedrooms. Adds a really nice touch and fits in perfectly with the overall aesthetic of the entire apartment. A bit of history on the building. It was built in 1912 by the iconic luggage manufacturer Ford Sherrington. He was the head of Globite, who made leather bags, leather trunks, and back in the day they also made a few things like footballs, golf bags and dog collars.